racing at 2 a.m. again, those same thoughts spinning in circles, keeping you wide awake when all you want is peaceful sleep. What if I told you there's a gentle way to break free from this cycle tonight? In the next few minutes, I'll guide you through a simple practice that thousands have used to quiet their worried minds and drift into deep, restorative sleep. You don't need to fight your thoughts or force them away. Instead, you'll learn to let them go naturally, like leaves floating down a gentle stream. Have you ever noticed how worry seems to get louder the moment your head hits the pillow? It's like your mind has been waiting all day for this quiet moment to unleash every concern, every fear, every what-if scenario you've been pushing aside. The instant you try to rest, your thoughts come flooding in like an unwelcome visitor who refuses to leave. Maybe you find yourself replaying that conversation from work, wondering if you said the wrong thing. Your mind rehearses different responses, creating entire scripts of what you could have said instead. Or perhaps you're already living tomorrow before it arrives, running through your to-do list, worrying about meetings, deadlines, and all the ways things might go wrong. These thoughts feel so urgent, so important, that your brain convinces you they need your attention right now. Then there are those spiraling what-if thoughts that start small but grow into monsters. What if I don't get enough sleep? What if I'm late tomorrow? What if that pain in my side is something serious? Each worry branches into 3 more worries, creating an endless web that traps your mind in cycles of fear and uncertainty. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a real threat and an imagined one. When you lie there worrying, your body responds as if danger is actually present. Your fight or flight response kicks in, flooding your system with stress hormones that are meant to keep you alert and ready for action. But there's no tiger to run from, no emergency to handle. There's just you, lying in bed while your body stays on high alert. You can feel it happening in your body. Your chest feels tight, like someone placed a heavy weight there. Your heart beats faster, sometimes so loud you can hear it in your ears. Your shoulders creep up toward your neck, creating knots of tension that seem to hold all your worries. Your breathing becomes shallow and quick, matching the frantic pace of your thoughts. Your jaw clenches without you realizing it, and your hands might form fists under the covers. Here's something interesting about worry. It tricks us into thinking we're being productive. Your mind whispers that by thinking about these problems now, you're somehow solving them or preparing for them. It feels like you're doing something important, something necessary. But worrying about tomorrow's presentation at midnight doesn't make you more prepared. Replaying past mistakes doesn't change what happened. Your brain just convinces you that this mental activity is useful, when it's actually keeping you from the rest you need. The more you worry about not sleeping, the more awake you become. It's a cruel cycle. You notice it's getting late, and you think, I need to fall asleep soon, or I'll be exhausted tomorrow. And this thought creates anxiety about sleep itself. Now you're not just worried about work, or relationships, or health. You're worried about worry keeping you awake. You're stuck in a loop where the solution seems to move further away, the harder you chase it. Think of worry like an old record player with a scratch in the vinyl. It plays the same section over and over, the needle stuck in that groove. future scenarios, and the spiral pattern, where one small worry grows into many big ones. Each of these patterns affects your body in specific ways, creating physical tension that mirrors the mental stress. These worry patterns don't just live in your thoughts. They actually become stored in your muscles, your organs, and your nervous system in ways that might surprise you. What if I told you that worry doesn't just live in your mind? It actually gets trapped in your muscles and organs. Your body becomes a storage container for every anxious thought, every fearful moment, every sleepless night you've experienced. While your mind processes worry as thoughts and emotions, your body translates that same worry into physical sensations that you can actually feel and touch. When worry takes hold, your jaw clamps down tight, sometimes so hard that you wake up with a sore face. Your shoulders creep up towards your ears, creating knots of tension that feel like rocks under your skin. Your breathing becomes quick and shallow, staying high in your chest instead of flowing deep into your belly. Your stomach might twist into knots or feel hollow and tight. Even your hands and feet can become cold as blood flow redirects away from your extremities, preparing your body for a threat that exists only in your thoughts. These physical responses happen because your nervous system can't tell the difference between real danger and imagined worry. When you think about tomorrow's presentation or replay an argument from last week, your body responds as if those threats are happening right now. Your brain sends signals throughout your body to prepare for action, creating a state of constant readiness that exhausts your system. The effects go much deeper than surface tension. Chronic worry rewires your nervous system, making it harder to recognize when you're actually safe. Your body develops a new normal where being on edge feels familiar and being relaxed feels strange or even dangerous. This rewiring shows up in surprising ways. Your digestion slows down because your body thinks you need energy for fighting or running, not for processing food. Headaches develop from the constant muscle tension in your neck and scalp. Your hands and feet stay cold because blood flow focuses on your core organs and major muscle groups. Worry hormones like cortisol flood your system and can stay elevated for hours after the worried thoughts have passed. Think of cortisol as your body's alarm system that won't turn off. It keeps your muscles contracted, your heart rate elevated, and your mind alert long after bedtime. This hormone directly interferes with melatonin, the natural sleep hormone that helps you drift off peacefully. Instead of the gentle transition from wake to sleep, your body stays locked in alert mode. The connection between physical tension and mental worry creates a loop that feeds on itself. When your muscles are tight, your brain interprets this as a sign that something is wrong, which creates more worried thoughts. Those worried thoughts then create more physical tension, which signals more danger to your brain. It's like having two people in a room, each one making the other more nervous, escalating the tension without any real threat present. Your body has an incredible memory for worry patterns. Even when your mind consciously decides to let go of anxious thoughts, your muscles might still hold that familiar tension. Your shoulders remember what it feels like to carry the weight of tomorrow's problems. Your jaw remembers clenching through difficult conversations. Your stomach remembers that tight feeling of worry. This body physical tension, your mind often becomes naturally quieter. Your body and mind communicate constantly through your nervous system. When you signal safety to your body through relaxation, your mind receives that message too. The mental chatter that seemed so urgent and important often fades when your muscles let go of their grip. Worry blocks your natural sleep hormones and keeps your muscles contracted throughout the night. This prevents the deep, restorative sleep your body needs to heal and reset. Instead of cycling through the natural stages of sleep, you might stay in lighter stages where every sound or movement can wake you. Your muscles never fully release, so you wake up feeling tired, even after hours in bed. Understanding how worry lives in your body is the first step toward freedom. When you know that worry is not just mental but physical too, you can use gentle movement to start breaking this cycle tonight. There's a simple movement you can do right in your bed that signals your body it's time to release the day's worries. This gentle practice creates a bridge between your busy day and peaceful sleep, like stepping stones that help you cross from tension into rest. You don't need to get up or change clothes or find a special space. Right where you are, under your covers, you can begin to unwind the knots of stress that have gathered in your body throughout the day. Most people think they need intense workouts or complicated yoga poses to release physical stress. They imagine they have to push harder, stretch deeper, or sweat more to earn their relaxation, but your nervous system responds to gentleness, not force. Your body craves soft, caring attention, not aggressive manipulation. The smallest movements, done with awareness and kindness, can create the biggest shifts in how you feel. Let's begin with simple awareness. Take a moment to notice where tension lives in your body right now. Don't try to change anything yet, just observe. Maybe you feel tightness across your forehead or around your eyes. Perhaps your jaw is clenched without you realizing it. Notice if your shoulders are raised towards your ears, carrying invisible weights. Feel into your chest and see if it feels tight or open. Check your belly and see if it's soft or held. Notice your hips, your legs, even your feet. This gentle scan helps you become aware of where worry has taken up residence in your body. Now we will introduce some micro movements that speak directly to your nervous system. Start with your shoulders. Slowly roll them up towards your ears, then back, then down, like you're drawing gentle circles with your shoulder blades. Move so slowly that each part of the circle takes 3 or 4 seconds. This isn't exercise. It's communication with your body, telling it that it's safe to let go. Next, turn your attention to your neck. Gently turn your head to the right. Pause, then return to center. Turn to the left. Pause, return to center. These movements should feel like you're moving through warm honey, slow and smooth. If you feel any sharp sensations, back off and move even more gently. Your body will trust you more when you don't force it to do anything uncomfortable. Now let's bring your breath into this gentle dance. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose, letting your belly hand rise while your chest hand stays relatively still. This deep belly breathing sends a direct message fight or flight. It's your body's natural ability to calm down, to rest, to heal. Your heart rate slows, your muscles soften, your mind begins to quiet. Try gentle ankle circles under your covers, rotating each foot slowly in both directions. This simple movement helps release tension that often gets trapped in your lower legs from standing and walking all day. Roll your head gently from side to side like you're saying a slow, soft no. Make small circles with your wrists. Each movement tells your body that it's time to transition from doing into being. The magic happens when you combine these movements with your breath. Breathe in as you lift your shoulders. Breathe out as you let them drop. Breathe in as you turn your head to one side. Breathe out as you return to center. This partnership between breath and movement creates a rhythm that naturally calms your entire system. The specific gentle stretches that work best in bed are shoulder rolls coordinated with deep breathing, slow neck movements that honor your body's limits, and conscious belly breathing that expands your diaphragm fully. This simple sequence takes only 3 to 5 minutes, but prepares your body for the deeper work of releasing worried thoughts. When your muscles begin to soften, your mind follows, creating the perfect foundation for mental letting go. Here's something that might surprise you. The harder you try to fall asleep, the more elusive sleep becomes. It's one of life's strangest puzzles. The very thing you want most seems to slip away the moment you reach for it. This happens because sleep is not something you can force or control. Sleep is something that comes to you when you create the right conditions and then step out of the way. Think about how our culture has taught us to approach everything in life. We're told to work harder, push through obstacles, and never give up. These attitudes serve us well in many areas, but they become our enemy when it comes to rest. We treat sleep like another item on our to-do list, something to master and accomplish. We set goals for how many hours we'll sleep. We track our sleep with apps and devices. We create elaborate bedtime routines, hoping that if we just do everything right, sleep will reward our efforts. But sleep doesn't respond to effort the way a work project or fitness goal might. The act of trying creates exactly the opposite conditions that sleep needs to arrive. When you try to fall asleep, you're engaging your thinking mind. You're monitoring and evaluating and planning. Your brain stays active, checking to see if the sleep is working yet. This mental activity keeps you awake, creating a cycle where the solution pushes the problem further away. The trying also creates physical tension in your body. Your muscles tense up with effort. Your breathing becomes controlled instead of natural. Your jaw might clench as you concentrate on falling asleep. All of this tension sends signals to your nervous system that something important is happening, something that requires attention and energy. Your body receives mixed messages. You want to rest, but your physical state suggests you need to stay alert. Let me share a different approach with you. Instead of trying to make sleep happen, what if you could learn to let sleep come to you? This shift requires a concept that might feel foreign at first. Surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or failing. It means trusting that your body knows how to sleep or sleep, you close yourself off from receiving rest. When you open and allow and trust, you become ready to receive the gift of peaceful sleep. What becomes possible when you stop fighting and start flowing? Your breathing deepens naturally. Your muscles soften without effort. Your thoughts begin to drift instead of racing. You move from the hard edges of trying into the soft space of allowing. This shift feels like settling into warm water or sinking into a comfortable chair. It's a release that your whole being recognizes as relief. When you surrender control and trust your body's wisdom, something remarkable happens in your nervous system. You activate what's called your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural rest and digest mode. This system slows your heart rate, deepens your breathing, and releases the physical tension that trying creates. It's like switching from a bright, harsh light to a soft, warm glow. Your entire system shifts into a state that welcomes sleep instead of pushing it away. This understanding opens the door to a breathing technique that embodies this gentle approach, one that works with your body's natural rhythms instead of against them. Your breath holds a secret key that can unlock deep relaxation in just a few minutes. Right now, without thinking about it, your body is breathing for you. Your lungs are filling and emptying. Your chest is rising and falling, all without any effort from your conscious mind. This automatic process connects your thinking mind with the deeper wisdom of your body. It's the bridge between what you can control and what happens naturally inside you. When you breathe with awareness, you step into this bridge. You take something that usually happens without thought and bring gentle attention to it. This simple shift gives you access to your nervous system's control panel. You can influence your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your body's stress response just by changing how you breathe. It's like having a remote control for your own relaxation. Most of the time when you're worried, your breathing becomes quick and shallow. You might not even notice it happening. Your breath stays high in your chest, moving fast and light. This type of breathing sends a message to your body that danger is near. It keeps you in that alert, anxious state where sleep feels impossible. Your body interprets shallow breathing as a sign that you need to stay ready for action. Deep breathing can shift everything in your system. When you breathe slowly and deeply, letting your belly expand with each inhale, you activate your body's natural calm response. This isn't just about feeling better mentally. Your heart rate actually slows down. Your blood pressure drops. Your muscles begin to soften. These changes happen automatically when you breathe in a way that tells your body you're safe. The breathing pattern that works best for relaxation has a special rhythm. You want your exhale to be longer than your inhale. This extended breathing out sends direct signals to your nervous system that all is well. It's like pressing a reset button that moves you from stress into peace. When you make your exhale longer, your heart rate slows, and your body begins to prepare for rest. This breathing technique sends signals straight to your vagus nerve, which is like a superhighway of relaxation running through your body. The vagus nerve connects your brain to your heart, your lungs, and your digestive system. When you breathe deeply with long exhales, you stimulate this nerve in a way that promotes calm throughout your entire body. It's your body's built-in relaxation system. Let's Let's practice this gentle rhythm together. You're going to breathe in peace and breathe out worry. Don't force or strain your breath. Let it be soft and natural. Breathe in slowly through your nose, filling your belly like a balloon. Feel your ribs expand gently. Then breathe out through your mouth, letting the air flow out longer and slower than it came in. With each exhale, imagine releasing any tension or worry you're holding. Think of your breath like waves on a peaceful shore. Each inhale is like a gentle wave rolling in, bringing fresh air and calm energy to your body. Each exhale is like the wave flowing back out to sea, carrying away stress and tension. This rhythm is natural and soothing, like the ocean's eternal dance. Your breath wants to flow this way when you stop trying to control it and start allowing it to happen. This calm breathing creates the perfect foundation for releasing worried thoughts. When your body is relaxed and your nervous system is calm, your mind naturally becomes quieter too. The urgent feeling that usually comes with worried thoughts begins to fade. You create space between yourself and your worries, making it easier to observe them without getting caught up in their drama. The specific breathing technique that instantly signals your nervous system to relax is called the 4-7-8 pattern, adapted for sleep. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold your breath gently for 7 counts. Then breathe out through your mouth for 8 counts. This pattern naturally calms your entire system and prepares your body for deep rest. With your breathing now calm and steady, you're ready to work with worried thoughts in a completely new way, one that transforms them from enemies into gentle visitors. What if worried thoughts don't have to be your enemy? What if they could become gentle visitors you acknowledge and release? Right now, you might feel like your worried thoughts are taking over your mind, demanding all your attention and energy. But there's a completely different way to relate to these thoughts, one that transforms your entire experience of worry from struggle into peace. Most people believe they need to stop thinking or push thoughts away to find inner calm. They treat worried thoughts like intruders that must be fought off or locked out. This creates an exhausting battle inside your mind, where you're constantly trying to control something that feels uncontrollable. You end up spending more energy fighting your thoughts than the thoughts themselves were taking from you. Here's what I want you to try instead. Picture yourself sitting by a window on a peaceful afternoon, watching clouds drift across the sky. Some clouds are white and fluffy. Others are dark and heavy with rain. You can see them all clearly, but you don't try to change them or push them away. You simply watch them pass by, knowing that new clouds will come and these will eventually acknowledge worried thoughts without judgment, something interesting happens. The thoughts lose their grip on you. They become smaller, less urgent, less demanding of your attention. It's like turning down the volume on a radio that's been playing too loud. The thoughts are still there, but they don't overwhelm your entire experience anymore. Resistance actually makes worried thoughts stronger and more persistent. When you try to push a thought away, you create tension around it. This tension acts like a magnet, drawing more attention to the very thing you're trying to ignore. It's like trying not to think about a pink elephant. The more you try not to think about it, the more present it becomes in your mind. Here's a simple practice you can use right now. When you notice a worried thought arising, gently label it. You might say to yourself, thinking, or worrying, or planning. You're not judging the thought as good or bad. You're simply recognizing what type of mental activity is happening, like noting that it's raining outside without getting upset about the weather. This gentle labeling creates space between you and your thoughts. Instead of becoming the worry, you become the observer of the worry. You shift from being inside the thought to watching it from a calm, steady place. This observer part of you is always peaceful, even when your thoughts are stormy. When you stop being afraid of your own mind, everything changes. You realize that thoughts are just mental events that come and go naturally. They don't define who you are or predict what will happen in your life. They're simply part of the constant flow of mental activity that every human experiences. The mindful noting technique creates this precious space between you and your thoughts by helping you recognize them as temporary visitors rather than permanent residents. You might notice a worry and think, oh, there's that concern about money again, or here's a thought about whether I locked the door. This simple recognition prevents you from diving into the story of each worry. With this new understanding of how to dance with your thoughts instead of fighting them, you're ready to take the final step of physically releasing these acknowledged worries from your body. Imagine having a gentle, powerful way to physically release every worry from your body, like untying knots that have been holding you captive. These invisible ropes of tension have been wrapped around your shoulders, your chest, your stomach for so long that you might have forgotten what it feels like to be truly free from their grip. Tonight, you can begin to loosen these bindings and let your worries flow out of your body like water finding its way back to the sea. Your mind has an amazing ability to create real changes in your body through the power of imagery. When you imagine something vividly, your nervous system responds as if it's actually happening. This isn't just wishful thinking or pretending. Your brain sends signals throughout your body based on the images you create in your mind. Athletes use this same principle to improve their performance. Doctors use it to help patients heal faster. You can use it tonight to release the physical weight of worry from your body. Right now, your worries might feel stuck inside you like heavy stones that have settled in different places. Maybe there's a tight feeling in your chest that never seems to go away. Perhaps your stomach holds a knot of anxiety that clenches every time you think about tomorrow. Your shoulders might carry the weight of everyone else's problems along with your own. These aren't just feelings. They're real physical sensations created by worry energy that has nowhere to go. restricted, continue this gentle scan down to your stomach area. This is where many people hold their deepest fears and concerns. Notice if there's tightness, heaviness, or that fluttery feeling of anxiety. Check your hips, your legs, even your feet. Worry can hide in unexpected places throughout your body. Don't judge what you find, just notice with kindness and curiosity. Now imagine that each area of tension or worry appears as dark, heavy energy. Picture it as a thick, dark substance that has been sitting in your body, taking up space that belongs to peace and comfort. This dark energy isn't bad or wrong. It's simply old worry that has been stored in your body and is ready to be released. You can see it clearly now, these pockets of stuck energy that have been weighing you down. Take a slow, deep breath and imagine breathing pure, warm light into the first area of tension you noticed. This light is soft and healing, like gentle sunlight streaming through your window on a peaceful morning. Watch as this light begins to dissolve the dark worry energy, the way morning sun melts frost on grass. The stuck energy begins to soften and break apart, becoming lighter and easier to release. Continue breathing this warm light into each area where worry lives in your body. With every inhale, more healing light flows in. With every exhale, old worry energy flows out. You might imagine releasing this worry through your breath, watching it leave your body like gray smoke that dissolves in the air, or picture it flowing out through your hands like streams of old energy returning to the earth where it can be transformed into something useful. Some people like to imagine worry leaving through their feet, flowing down into the ground like roots releasing old water they no longer need. The earth accepts this old worry energy gladly and transforms it into nourishment for new growth. You feel lighter with each breath, like invisible weights are being lifted from your body, one by one. The complete body scan release visualization involves systematically moving through each part of your body, breathing light into areas of tension, and imagining worry flowing out through your breath, hands, or feet into the earth. This creates profound relief as you literally feel worries leaving your physical body, preparing you for the deep, peaceful sleep that awaits. Tonight, you have everything you need to transform your relationship with worry and step into the peaceful sleep that is your birthright. You've learned to notice where worry lives in your body. You've practiced gentle movements that release tension. You've discovered how to breathe in ways that calm your nervous system. Remember that this journey from worry to peace is not about perfection. It's about gentle, consistent practice that honors your need for rest. Some nights will feel easier than others. Be patient with yourself as you learn these new patterns. Trust that each time you choose to let go instead of hold on, you're rewiring your nervous system for greater peace and deeper sleep.